outside. How about that?
This drama contains adult language and partial nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
You're listening to the Drunk Sports Podcast, talking sports, current events, guy stuff, and everything in between. Now open up a cold one and drink along because here they are.
That's what she said.
You can buy me a drink.
We're all drunk.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Hello, and welcome, drunk dudes and dolls and drunk sports pod turds, to a Monday edition of the Drunk Sports Podcast, live from the DSP Media Podcast Studios in North Dallas. I'm IndyCar Tim, joined by Colby, Sapp.
Yo!
And we've got a very special guest, Colby.
What's your name?
Hello.
A very special guest.
What's up, kids?
Mr. One and Only
Big Red, baby.
How are you, Big Red?
I'm good, baby. How are you?
Absolutely.
How are things in the Great White North on this Monday?
It's a little chilly, but it's 44 degrees, so too cold to play golf, and I don't know, too warm to snow ski.
All right. Would you like to have a weather report for DFW today?
Yeah, go ahead, shoot it. Wet.
81 degrees as I was riding my motorcycle to work today. Short sleeves, no jacket, no gloves, no hat, no nothing.
Right, pants.
Optional. Half. I had half pants on.
All right.
On the left. I had a pant.
Ashless chaps.
I had pantless pants on. Riding down the tollway. And no, it's nice and warm here, dude. It's gonna be only 68 when I ride home, so I'll have the shirt on. I probably won't take my shirt off riding home.
It's not gonna be a no shirt 9.
No, it won't be a no shirt 9 on the way home. That's probably, we need to come up with another one of those.
Okay.
No shirt 8. And
Pantsless,
off with the shirts 8.
Pantsless 8.
I do. That's every week for me.
By the way, can I
Pretty sure you're already pantsless.
Give a shout out story to probably the only time you'll ever hear me shout out story this one little bit here?
Please do.
Shout out story is to actually the apartment cat that everybody at my apartments takes care of. His name's Billy, and he usually goes walking with me and the dog, and every time I came in to the apartment, he'd be sitting on the stairs and he'd basically just meow at me, ask me how my day was, and brush up against my leg and
Meow your day.
yeah. It's a really, really good cat, and he was an outdoor cat, wasn't really going into anybody's place. And Sunday morning, woke up and looked behind me, and Billy wasn't doing too good in the little cat bed that we have on our patio. Ended up taking him to emergency room. The neighbor, of course, was fitting a bill for it, and he got into something, wasn't making it. But I wanted to give a shout out because, cats get a bad name, but this one cat, man, every single day I was walking my dog, whatever. He'd walk with me to the gym, and it really acted kind of like your friendly neighborhood dog, and really good cat. So
is he no longer with us?
No longer with us. He was put to sleep Sunday morning, and I needed to give a shout out because not many good cats run around this place, but when you find one, them fuckers are cool. And so I just wanted to shout that out because every time I've been at that apartment, he'll hang out with me on the patio, just kind of chill out in the other chair. And I'll watch videos and he'll just kind of hang out sunning himself and reach his whole head over for a head scratch. And it's all he really wanted out of life. And I was, let's just say Monday morning when I got up and Billy wasn't sitting on the patio, that kind of sucked.
Colby.
So
sorry to hear that, man.
Am I the only person
just
on DSP
give,
that still has a drink?
Like a pet, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, it was everybody's pet. Everybody took turns feeding Billy when he didn't go catch birds or mice or something around. But yeah, if he was hungry, he'd roll up and just kind of look at you like, hey, you got any of that cat food in there? You just go get him a bowl of whatever. He didn't care. He didn't care what the hell it was. Dry, wet, didn't matter. He was just hungry for a little bit. Throw him some water out there. He's good. And then he'd go run around with his rest of his cat friends. And
There were other cat friends?
there was other cat friends that they weren't as nice as him, but he needed running buddies. So, yeah, lived in those apartments his whole life. Just everybody was there. He was just such a nice cat. Everybody just wanted to make sure he was taken care of.
Stay hard, Billy.
Damn good cat.
Billy the cat.
I mean, I'm not going to disagree, even though
Yeah, you can't do that with, a stray feral cat that just walked up to you and said, "What's up? How you doing?"
I'd probably just walk away.
And then kind of meow at you, and then you scratch his old head, and he's like, "Cool."
See, that's where we differ. I wouldn't touch it.
Meow puss.
I
would probably have died because I'm highly allergic to cats.
Well, it's true. I guess I should have had you meet Billy then.
Then we'd have been playing taps for me.
Yeah, but maybe we could have got it filmed.
We could
Probably not.
We could have had Billy on the show.
Billy,
Damn
come
right.
on the show.
Billy could be running the board. Hey, see, this would be like with Billy, and we just have a cat like right over here somewhere. He actually took himself out.
Oh, what's happening now?
Billy,
Technology wins again, folks.
Billy came from cat heaven. He said, F you, Tim.
ran off the Rainbow Road and said, I can do this shit.
Hey, Colby, remind me to get a new mouse.
All right.
That was the mouse that has the weird button.
Wait. Well,
So
I was
that's why we
talking
need-
about Billy
that's why
the
we need
cat.
a
The
stu- that's
mouse
why we need a
died.
studio
Wait.
cat.
When I was talking about Billy the cat, the mouse died.
There you go.
The computer mouse.
I don't care. That was fucking great.
It didn't die. I just hit the button on the side that does weird things. Boys, it was a big sports weekend.
I guess we should go around the Cowboys.
Let's do a little bit of this.
And now it's time for Around the Cowboys, where we discuss America's team and all of their mediocre NFC East opponents. Brought to you by the Drunk Sports Podcast and Bet US.
So, boys,
The NFC East is such a bunch of badasses. They can't even beat themselves. Everybody wins.
you get a W and you get a W. Where was Oprah when this was happening?
Participation ribbons at its worst.
Handing out touchdowns to the Cowboys in the fourth quarter.
So, yeah, Colts, Cowboys. I mean, we all picked the Cowboys. We'll get into picks on Wednesday night. We all
Right.
picked the Cowboys. That was no secret. I
I
think.
lost a lot of ground this weekend.
Dude, you suck this week. Would you like to know how many points you have just through 4 games?
What, 1, 2, 3, 4?
I haven't done Colts and Cowboys. So
That was 2.
okay, then you have 2 points.
No. Oh,
Yeah, you have 2 points.
yeah. And here's the deal. I lost a couple of those on the hook,
What does that mean?
the half. The 40.5. There was a 40.5 over and under, and it ended up being 41, and I took the under.
Oh, yeah, the Commanders and Giants. You took the over of 40.5, and it was 40. You took the under on Titans Eagles at 44.5, and it was 45.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Big Red has 2 points.
So, which means that y'all both won those on the hook since you're laughing.
I don't know.
I win. Yeah, I
have no idea. I just was laughing because you.
no, I didn't. I had over 2 on. Oh wait, that was Bills. Yeah, I did. Absolutely, I did. But we'll get into that Wednesday night. You can join us Wednesday for picks, Big Red.
We'll be
I don't know if
there.
you wanted to do that segment anymore. If you just quit.
Well, I mean, I've been from the bottom to the top and then back to the bottom, and now I'm going have to go back.
Well,
to the
you
That's
know,
what she said.
he's been from the bottom to the top, but look, now he's here.
Huh?
Don't call it a comeback.
That's right.
Hey, Kim Kardashian.
I've been here for years.
Pretty sure she got some cum on her back.
The Dallas Cowboys, by the way, let's go ahead and point a couple of things out. Number one, this defense is a blood in the water defense that's ready to just cause that turnover avalanche. It seems like once one of these guys makes something happen, everybody else, then it just sets them afire and just everybody starts grabbing at footballs and really wanting to get after it. It's almost like that something just snaps the levee And that's what happens to this team, because you'll notice when they get some of these turnovers happening, they're about to come in bunches, like Micah Parsons sacks.
Gross.
And all of that, like sacks, they're coming in bunches. The other thing is that the offense it's dumb that we have to talk about this, but yeah, play smart football and wait for that run to get established and then start hitting your guys downfield. It seems simple, but that's the fucking recipe. Do it like that.
I don't know what was happening in the first half, where I was wondering if this was going to be one of those games where Dak just can't put it together and where the defense is going to keep bending until they break. I mean, 13 first half points is kind of unusual for a team that only allows 17 for a whole game.
Right.
You know, I was getting a little concerned, and I was even a little concerned after the break and into the middle of the third quarter. I know the Cowboys had started scoring a little bit, but the defense was still allowing some chunks of yardage. And then Matt Ryan happened to himself.
Matt Ryan did Matt Ryan things, and which
Go ahead.
No, I just Matt Ryan doing Matt Ryan things, and I feel bad for the guy because, I mean, I've always liked him. I've always respected his work, but I mean, he's been. What is it with being a Colts quarterback the last 2 years or 3 years? They're awful. I mean, they can't tie their shoes.
Well, I mean, what's his name? Phyllis Rivers wasn't terrible while he was there.
No,
they made the playoffs, right?
No, well, the thing that's wrong with Matty Ice is that either his face is getting bigger or his eye black's getting smaller. That's what's wrong.
Yeah, that's clearly what it is.
Yeah, because he doesn't look right. He doesn't look as cool as what he once did. That may be age, or like I said, he may be just using the wrong size eye black. I don't know what's going on. But as far as what the Colts have going on, their offensive line should be better than it is. It's not. They're the only thing that they've got going is tool time at running back. And that kid's getting everything that he can by himself. Those aren't holes that are being made by the offensive line.
Mm-mm.
Everything he's getting is just by his sheer will, determination, and ability. If I were him, if I was Jonathan Taylor Thomas, I would want out of that motherfucker so fast you couldn't get me out of there fast enough. So that their defense is actually pretty good though. But when I was watching this game, the exact thing that was going through my head was at halftime, I was like, that was probably the worst that this Dallas Cowboys team could have played in and a half against a team like this. And they're up by like 7 points.
Yeah,
or whatever the fuck it was. And I was like, that's it. I mean, because they're going to turn it on. It's going to be over with. Third or fourth quarter is going to be amazing, and game's over. I wanted to turn the game off right then, but I also wanted to watch and see, make sure I was right.
Yeah, and I'll make the statements that I made to y'all during pre-show when we were talking. At the end of the third quarter, I mean, I was talking to Aaron up at the bar yesterday, and Aaron was working, and I said, I'm just really kind of disappointed with the way this turned out. I mean, it's supposed to be a blowout, and even we what else we talked about? Garrett predicted them to win by 40 on NBC, and I just said this should be a whole lot more lopsided than it is. And he turned around as he's walking off to get me another drink and says, "The blowout can happen at any point." And it was may have been the next offensive play or the next defensive play. The turnover happened, the touchdown happened, and the route was on. The whole blood and water, just like you said. Once that happened, they just piled and piled and piled. And I think, I just got a notification the Cowboys just scored again. So I mean, it's hopefully they carry that on. Hopefully the offense can carry that momentum in, and there's still a lot of football to play, and I hope that.
I mean, not a lot of football against good teams. I mean,
no, they've got nobody coming up except the Eagles.
So you're looking at that now. There are a couple of observations that people should be noticing about this one Dallas Cowboys football team. It takes something throughout the game to kind of get them rolling and going. And if it happens in the first quarter that they get rolling and going, oh, sweet Jesus, you're in for a treat as far as a Dallas Cowboys fan. If it doesn't, you can have a whole game where it doesn't happen. And those are and that's your, oh my God, the sky is falling. Like next day on Facebook and Twitter, you can look through and see how many coaches that people have fired. We haven't seen as many of those games as we normally do throughout a Cowboy season. We've only seen a couple with them not really looking like they ever got anything together. I'm starting to have to tell you that maybe, just maybe, that Big Mac worth of a coach that we've got is actually might be smart enough to put some shit together.
I don't want to say that yet.
I'm saying
I'm ready. Yeah.
I'm saying, because this is something that looks really good, and your defensive coordinator, of course, the adjustments, but let's go ahead and point out the fact that Colts defense, the way they were running the Cowboys offense, as far as they were going to double up and then put Gilmore on Brown, and they were going to double CD. And once that was noticed, what happened? CD started moving all over the place where that could not happen.
Well, and that's something else I was alluding to in that whole fourth quarter. I mean, whenever you hang a 30 burger on somebody in a single quarter,
right?
That's how fast this offense can put it together. But why does it take them? 45 minutes to figure out what the hell to do? Why does it take an interjection from the defense to get them started? I mean, they should be. If they can do that, then I realize it was against the Colts. It wasn't against the Eagles. It wasn't against the Chiefs or somebody else like that. But why does it take them that long to figure out what to do to get moving?
Let me reverse that just a little bit for you. There's something that we've been asking for this Dallas Cowboys team to be able to do. And that is, once you get on their throat, stop that MFer and stay there until they stop moving.
Yep.
That's what this team does now. So we've been asking for them to do that for how many years? And now that's what we're seeing from this team. So let's get excited about that part of it. The inconsistencies of offense, I was actually going to point to the growth factor of you looking at Kellen Moore and he realizing what the defense was doing and changed his fucking game plan. I don't know how many times this season that's something that's happened, but I can point at least one, and that was the Colts.
How much credit are we going to give that to Kellen Moore, or how much are we giving to Mike McCarthy?
I don't really care. Being able to adapt is being able to adapt, and if somebody over there is doing it, it's about damn time.
Well, but you also got to bring Dan Quinn into that, and I know that maybe it took the defense. I mean, the defense played defense the whole time, but once they started taking the ball
weird if
away,
they played offense some of the time.
Once they started taking the ball away, I mean, and they got fired up, then is this whole team based on the emotions of that defense? I
think the whole team's based on the emotions and the flow of the game. I think once they have momentum behind them, that this juggernaut is really hard to stop.
I know that we're not here to talk about the future and everything else, but how scared are the two of you about losing Dan Quinn in the offseason?
I'm not worried at all.
I'm looking at the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I'm enjoying all of it right now. I don't care what happens next year.
Does he love this group enough, or does Jerry and the Jones boys just money whip him?
They're gonna money whip him
and make him.
I don't think he goes anywhere.
An assistant head coach to where somebody has to just pay out the nose and
look at the jobs that are going to be available next year. Okay, clearly. San Diego, LA, the Chargers. New Orleans might be available. The Broncos will be available. Who else? There's rumors about Detroit, but I don't see that happening.
No.
Those are your jobs. Is he going to take any one of those jobs?
Dan Campbell's going nowhere.
I don't think so either, but I've heard rumblings.
That team
I don't know why.
and that organization, I think, has finally rallied the team anyway. I don't know about the front office because, I mean, you know more about that than I do, but that team, it's obvious that team has rallied around him. They believe in him. They have taken the whole, we're going to bite you, when he said that we're going to bite you on the kneecap on our way up. I mean, they've all taken to that. That's somebody that nobody wants to play them. Nobody wants to play them right now.
I just don't think there's any coaching positions out there that are
the San Diego. You got me doing it, now, fuckhead. What's your name? The Chargers out there. That would probably be one of them. That if I was a defensive minded guy with what they have, it just injuries all over the place, and that happens with them all over the time. But that would be one that I would look at and be like, look at all those stars that are over there playing on that defense. I can do something with that. That might be one, because I mean, you have your quarterback in place, whether you think he's good or not.
I do.
Kind of iffy on that.
I know you don't, but I do. I'm a believer.
And you've got decent, wide receivers if they stay, and
Eckler's
running
good.
back.
Yeah.
You're pretty set. They just haven't been coached right. That'd be one that if I was Dan Quinn, I would look at and go like,
would you rather take over that job or stay here and be promoted to assistant head coach with the promise that if something terribly goes wrong here, you're the next coach of the Cowboys?
It's not if, it's when.
Well, I mean, because it's inevitable at some point, but
I mean, it'd be a longer way off.
Yeah, it's longer than you think, I think. Yeah.
You can be, but you can be, I mean, if I'm working with the right people, if I'm in a job and I love the team that I'm working with as a project manager, and I love the team that I'm working with, the engineers and everybody that I'm working with, and they want to give me some money and not take a director job or something else, I want to stay there to keep working with the people that I want to work with. I'm far enough along in my career and in my history. I'm looking to be happy, and if I can make more money, then I'm gonna make more money. But that's me. That I'm not, I'm no Dan Quinn, and he's been to the top of the mountain and got kicked from all the way at the top, and he's built himself right back up. And I'm scared to death the dude is going to disappear on us.
If he does, I don't care.
I'm not worried about it right now.
Yeah.
I'm really not. And if you're talking about next season, if we're already talking about next season, because this season isn't done yet.
No, I was just right. Yeah, I'm not trying to get us into. I'm just talking about one.
We got a whole off season to talk about that, and hopefully we're running around chasing a parade. Yes, I said
those
it.
brakes.
Fuck you.
Tap those brakes just
Fuck
a
you.
little bit. Although, along those lines of thinking, because we may not have time to get into it later, seems like one of the NFC possibilities that was in Dallas's way may not be in Dallas's way anymore.
Did something happen to Philly?
No, something happened to San Francisco.
Oh, I wasn't worried about
Jimmy Garoppolo's penis fell on his foot and he broke it.
I mean,
that'll just.
I don't think. People need to slow down on this. Might affect anything. Jimmy Garoppolo is not a good quarterback.
Okay, look, you and I agree on that, right?
I'm telling you, he's not.
However, he was good in San Francisco.
Okay, and I'm telling you that just about anybody that has anywhere near talent in order to be able to throw a football will be good in San Francisco.
So not Trey Lance.
Trey Lance was looking all right in San Francisco too.
And that's why he's still playing?
No, he's injured, dipshit.
It's a fake injury because he couldn't play.
He was injured.
I have that on good authority.
Do you? The one you made up when you just said it right there?
I just got a text, Colby.
Okay. Well,
from Trey Lance.
To prove it, they were playing the Miami Dolphins, and the last guy picked in the draft ran out there and threw some touchdowns.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah,
yes, Mr. Irrelevant is now relevant.
Jimmy Garoppolo makes about as many good decisions while he's on a football field as he does bad. The thing is that offense is so simplified that you go grab anybody that you think is not a good quarterback and throw them out there, and they'll probably look all right. That's also the reason why, seeing all this go down, that Mr. whatever the fuck his name that used to be a Sooner, and I can't remember his fucking name, and he left the Panthers, is going to end up going over there to be quarterback.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
Yep.
And he's going to make everybody look like an idiot because Baker Mayfield looked good as a 49er, by the way.
Ugh, I don't have to like the 49ers again.
No, you don't. No one ever has to like the 49ers.
I like Baker Mayfield.
Doesn't mean you have to like. I mean, Deion went there. I like Deion.
I hated Deion before he was in Dallas.
But I didn't like him I didn't like the 49ers. It was like watching fantasy football. Hey, Deion, go do good.
Gross.
49ers lose.
Remind me to bring up Deion when we talk about college football in a bit.
I don't know. Do you have that on your run sheet? Because I don't.
I don't either.
I don't have a run sheet, so
we don't talk college football, sir. Yeah, maybe we'll get into that later. But so let's get back to Cowboys Colts because I did want to talk about Malik Hooker real quick. And the night that Malik Hooker had against the team that drafted him, that he spent 6 years with before coming to Dallas. Could there have been a more perfect situation for him to fall into playing on that defense against that offense, against your old team? And you were the catalyst of 14 of those points.
Yes.
Of course, he scored a touchdown, and then the fumble recovery set up another touchdown.
And he probably would have got that for a touchdown if somebody from his defensive line didn't get the fuck his way.
Got in his way, didn't they?
Yeah.
But
I can't run through all the Cowboys.
If you, of course, I watched all the post game and all the interviews with him, so I could write about it today. And I did a nice little piece over that CowboysSI.com about him. And dude, he just in the videos after the game, he just had the biggest smile on his face. And they, a lot of times guys, when they're in those, what they call revenge games like that, they'll play it off even to the media. They'll go, what? It's just a game, man. I'm really happy we got the win.
Right.
The guys played really hard, and this is really exciting where we're going the rest of the season. Malik Hooker did not do that. Malik Hooker said, yeah, this game meant a lot. These guys drafted me. I spent 6 years there. I had to show them that I'm still the player that they drafted me to be. And I was tonight. And I'm so happy that I helped my club get this win and that I was a part of it. I thought that was awesome.
I do.
It's a big FU to the Colts.
I do enjoy the honest answer, even when it's something that nobody wants to hear.
Yeah.
I always enjoy. At least it was honest.
Well, like when Trey Lance interviewed him when he got hurt, he says, yeah, I'm not really hurt. I just can't play football, so I'm just going to pretend like I'm hurt. That was the greatest honest answer.
No, he didn't say that.
I heard it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, I think you're the only one.
So Cowboys going from here. Is this
funny that it sounded like it was your impersonation of Trey Lance that in that audio?
Because I do it really, really well.
Uh-huh.
I can impersonate him really well. So wrapping up Cowboys talk, is this defense going to be able to sustain this? I know they're not going to get 5 turnovers. By the way, 4 of those turnovers in the second half when they really came on. And then Matt Ryan responsible directly for 4 of those with 3 picks and 1 lost fumble.
Let me go ahead and point out that only one of those, the fumble that the tight end had, and one of those interceptions looked like it was you were lucky to be there when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
It was that tip that tips and overthrows, you're supposed to catch them, but the other turnovers that happened was the Cowboys saying, "Give me the fucking football, it's mine now."
Yep.
Thanks. So that kind of stuff right there, that's not just luck based.
No,
that is you going out and getting the football. The Bland interception where oh my God,
dude, that dude's a stud, man.
He ate that receiver for lunch and then caught the ball after he spit the guy out. That was amazing.
By the way, is anybody worried about Anthony Brown? I'm thinking of
Anthony Brown.
Anthony Brown. I kept wanting to say Anthony Wright. I'm like, no, he doesn't play here.
No, he wasn't playing good. I mean,
no, that's what I'm saying. Is anybody worried about him being done for the season?
I don't think.
No.
I really don't think Kelvin Joseph can play worse than what Anthony Brown was playing.
Oh, he played worse than Anthony Brown last night. I'm about done with Kelvin Joseph.
I don't think so. I mean, did he give up a couple of touchdowns on burn routes?
He was out of position most of the night.
No, this is true. But he didn't give up a bunch of touchdowns.
He gave up 1, right? Maybe. I don't know. No, but I'm not worried about Anthony Brown being out. I feel bad for the guy for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Was it Achilles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he may be done, man, as a cornerback. He might just be done. But it is what it is. But I think the secondary is probably deep enough. They'll probably go get a guy to fill in as a body for the rest of the season.
I wonder if Odell can play defense.
Don't know who's on their practice squad. Cowboys met with Odell today. I haven't been given any inside information yet as to what they ate.
And I know that, I mean, it's all rumors and everything else, but I mean, we're hearing 2 to 3 years guaranteed, and I don't know how much. Well, hang on, I don't know how much money, but
$20 million a year,
probably.
Okay, and he may not play this year.
Well, that's speculation because he's not working out for anybody. He hasn't said I can't play this year. There's writers and people saying he might not be able to play this year because nobody's seen him work out. But if I'm him, I'm not working out either. You already know what I can do. You're going to get medical clearance from your own doctor saying that my knee's fine.
Right.
Sign me. Let me come play. He'll play. The weekend after he signs, he will be on the field for whoever he signs with. That does not worry me at all.
Okay. And if you're not worried, then I will act like I'm not worried, but be worried inside and
well, you
hope that he plays, because I don't sign it after, and I understand that Coop was, when we got rid of him, and we only got a 5th and 6th round, and it was
those draft picks turned out to be nice, so didn't they?
Yeah, they kind of worked out.
They did, but you got rid of him, and he's gone somewhere else, and he's doing his thing.
Yeah, first year.
But my butt's coming is that,
gross. Mark
is that he had his moments where he was a true cancer. I mean, just by his body language and
talking about Coop still.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why you got rid of him. But now you
got rid of him because he's making $25 million a year.
And he's in his 20s, but now you're gonna sign somebody that's 30 years old. You're gonna sign him for 3 years. He's come off 2 ACLs, and you're hoping that he plays this year.
100%. Yes, I'm doing that.
That's my fear, and that's where my fear is coming from.
I'm not afraid of that at all. You know how much money this organization has? $20 million guaranteed a year for 3 years. That doesn't mean crap to this club. They've got it under the salary cap. They've got it in the bank. You're trying to win a Super Bowl right now, today. Your window's closing. Do it now. Sign them. Do it.
I just don't want to end up. I just don't want to be next year's Rams.
I don't give it. You're not going to be next year's Rams.
Next year's Rams. If I get the
if you get a Super Bowl, who cares?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Because that means I was last year's Rams this year, which means that I got the Super Bowl. So fuck yeah, let's go. Holy shit.
That's why I'm the show pessimist.
So pain in the ass is what you are, Lance. I was looking for your drop. Hang on.
Absolutely.
All right, Colby.
Yes.
Oh, one last thing on the Cowboys.
Time out.
Next week.
We got to start over.
Have you ever had a dream?
Okay.
So defeated.
Hello there.
17-point spreads what it's opened up at.
Who?
Against the Texans.
Oh, the Cowboys and Texans?
Yep.
Yeah, give me 17. Give me 40.
I said that last week, by the way.
Okay.
They are in such a shambles right now. They don't have a quarterback. Kyle Allen's playing quarterback because Davis Mills got benched.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Lovie Smith's going to make it to next year as much as I like him as a coach. I don't know what's happening down in Houston, man. They were on the uptick at the end of last season, and I don't know what has happened this year. Everybody's fallen off. Davis Mills has regressed to high school level play when he had something last year, and that offensive line was picking up a little bit towards the end of last year, and they've fallen off the face of the earth. Dude, that whole organization is in shambles, and Cowboys may hang 100 on them if they want.
Well,
and 50 of those are going to be defensive scores.
As long as it's not a letdown, we'll all be fine.
Nah, we'll be fine.
Why'd you guys speak into existence?
Oh.
All right.
There's Lance worried about Odell Beckham Jr. All right, Colby.
All right, this is that segment where I look through all the people that were born today, find all the famous people that I think mean actually something to me, and then I give you that list, and we find out who is the good person in this list, who is the bad person in this list, and who is the ugly person in this list. So write it down, jot it down, tweet it to us. If you have people out of here that you want to make sure gets a good vote or a bad vote or just the ugly vote, then go ahead and send it to us. And our Twitters are somewhere. Find them. I'm at Colby Sapp. He's at Stupid Shit Ham, and that's at
that is not my Twitter handle. Stupid Shit Ham.
It should be
at IndyCar Tim.
At Big Red Blitz.
Same handle I've had since 2009, Colby.
So we're going to start off because Tim Ham likes to make sure that I have somebody that he can go look up and kind of be cute in these things. So starting off, turning 26 years old today, one Georgia Hazarati.
Sounds like a dude.
Georgia Hassarati. Georgia Hazarati. I think she's an Instagram.
Who is this?
She's an Instagram star.
Colby.
So
would you like a picture on the screen for prosperity?
If you wanted, it's all for you, dude.
Let's see how this looks on our screen, shall we?
All right. Probably going to be right over my face. Shablam. Shablam.
This new computer works.
Oh, it's broken.
God damn it. Where's it go?
3 days later.
Or it saved it to.
It's always broken.
Save image as.
All right.
I'm kind of blue screening here. I don't really know what's happening.
Okay. Well, while he finds that, oh my God, what the fuck is that? Turning 65 years old today. He used to play for some football teams along with, he was a Redskin. Art Monk.
Oh, dude, Cowboy Killer.
Was he?
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, he caught balls.
I had girlfriends that did that too.
Turning 75 years old today, one Jim Plunkett.
Another good. By the way, lost the very first football game ever played at Texas Stadium, as he was the quarterback of the visiting New England Patriots back in 1971. Heisman Trophy, by the way.
Turning
Jim Plunkett.
57 years old today. The first album was A Boy Named Goo. John Resnick.
Sounds like a porn.
From the Goo Goo Dolls.
His name was Trent Reznor.
No, that's 9 Inch Nails.
Are they related? They have the same name.
No, one's Resnick, the other's Reznor.
It's close.
It is, but close don't mean related. Unless you're in Arkansas. Turning 40 years old today, one Gabrielle Luna. Before you go looking him up, Tim, I think the name looks really cool. That's Ghost Rider from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I'm not familiar.
Christian Yelich turns 30 years old today. Baseball player.
Yeah, we all know who Chris Yelich is.
You still trying to figure out how to put people on the screen? Do you know how to?
I don't know where.
Download videos from Facebook.
Download video stuff. Oh,
Facebook?
I just figured it out, Colby. It was set wrong. Yay!
I think we got a wheel spin coming up here before too long.
Yeah, we should.
Why is it doing custom files?
I don't know.
I'm going to take a 10-hour drive to come down there for a wheel spin. Oh, hello.
That's Georgia Hazarati.
Georgia Maserati.
Hazarati.
I can't remember her name, so I wrote Maserati. Damn, Gina.
So there you go. That's your cute, famous person.
By the way,
for today.
I hate Windows computers.
Turning,
Well, change Colby's picture back.
He's not.
Hey, Colby.
Wow, Mark.
Sounded a little too excited to see me. I was going to say what age he was turning, but he's not. He's dead.
He's not turning any more ages.
No, he passed away in 2021. Tiny Dick. I mean, Little Richard.
Sorry. Oh, he did die, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, like 2 years ago, Tim. Catch up with the news.
You thought he was still aging.
Yeah. I was about to say turning 2020, and I was like, no, you wrote down when they died.
Turning 2020 years old.
36 years old today, one Frankie Muniz.
Gross. Relax, Frankie.
Relax.
And
that's Malcolm, right?
Yeah, that is Malcolm.
Who was he in the middle of? Like, I never understood that.
The
show.
family. He was the middle child of the family.
That's what it meant?
Yes.
I never watched it. I don't know.
Right.
That's a stupid show. Although it did have the hot mom. I almost liked her. She was hot.
Colby.
It was actually kind of a funny show.
Colby sidebar. I don't know how Tim and I have been friends for this long. I didn't realize he was this dumb all the time.
And the greatness of Bryan Cranston, by the way.
Tim does not understand context clues.
I do.
At all.
I do all of them.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you ask questions about the most obvious shit. You still ask.
Well, in order to recognize context clues, oh my God, what in the hell are they wearing?
What?
Are they wearing those god-awful helmets again?
Who?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm renouncing all of my Saints fandom right now.
Oh, those are cool.
Those are terrible.
I like those.
No, and we had this argument on the Bottom Line show when I was on after they wore them earlier in the year. That's not a terrible look except for the dots that go down the middle of the freaking helmet. What the hell is that? Why are there dots?
Why aren't there dots?
They don't need dots.
It's instead of the stripe.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean,
Anyway.
yeah.
Back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, back to context clues. When I only recognize context clues when I understand the context of things. If I don't understand the entire context, then I don't get the clues.
That's the whole idea about the clues is to clue to get to the idea of the context. And why am I yelling like Bill Cosby having a rant?
In a room all by yourself.
In a room all by myself.
With your Jello pudding pops.
Passed away in 1966. One Walt Disney.
Oh, sex, Colby.
Yeah, have you ever seen that Mickey Mouse cartoon where he's making cheese with his penis?
Mm-hmm. I make cheese with my penis.
He's like on the cheese conveyor belt line, and there's like whole cheese coming through, and then he's turning it. He's turning it into Swiss cheese with his mouse penis. It's an actual Mickey Mouse cartoon. Look it up.
We need to have a show where we try to make cheese with our penises.
Or
peni or whatever plural penises is.
It's aged from under cheese. It's great.
From under scrotum.
All right, so that's the end of the list of the good, bad, and the ugly.
All right, well, I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm going to go good, Georgia Maserati.
All right.
I'm going to have to go follow her on the whatever she's on. Bad, I'm going to go with Art Monk, only because he was a Redskin.
Okay.
Ugly, Frankie Munoz. What kind of name is Munoz? It's like they misspelled Munoz on his birth certificate and they had to stick with it.
Now maybe that's what happened.
Also, by the way, a tie for ugly would be Little Richard.
Okay.
He's pretty ugly. Even when he was alive, he's ugly.
Because of the pencil thin mustache?
No, he's just ugly.
Okay. All right, Lance.
All right, so I'm gonna have to go with good Art Monk because he did some really good things while he was playing football and really bad things to the Cowboys. Bad, I'm gonna have to go with Georgia Maserati Hottie because she is bad hot. Jesus. And ugly for my mom and dad who had probably most all of his albums, Little Richard. Because
really,
yeah, he was really good and he was really ugly.
Huh?
Gotcha. I'm gonna go, man. You know, Art Monk got a lot of love. There was another guy on here, so my good will be Jim Plunkett.
Whoa, what's that?
He was good and ugly.
He was good. No, I liked him with the Raiders later in his career. When I remember watching him play live, he was with the Raiders.
Ugly. My bad. I'm going to go with Walt Disney because he was racist.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wait, how can he be racist?
He was. Did you ever notice that every single bad person in a Walt Disney cartoon has a Jewish facial features?
Well, he can't help that.
No, I mean you go look it up.
No, I believe you, but I don't know how that's his fault. I mean, he can't help it if they look Jewish.
Okay. And and my ugly is, you know what? I'm not going to triple down
not
on
ugly.
Little Richard because that's just.
Are you going to triple down?
I said I didn't want to triple down on Little Richard because that just sounds like a sentence that was.
Hey, what's the
never
dude?
be out.
What's the dude in the background of that picture taking a picture of?
Her
Is he taking
ass.
a picture of her ass right now? Really?
Either that, or he's just playing something on his phone because he's tired of looking at it.
Minesweeper.
Yeah, he's playing Minesweeper.
You have that on your Nokia?
I'm. You know what? I'm just. Yeah, just give me.
You going Little Richard again?
Yeah, I'm giving. No, I don't even want to say it. I was going to say Tiny Dick, but I wasn't going to say give me and then.
Give me Tiny Dick, Colby.
Mark yourself.
I always mark myself. I'm still looking at pictures of Georgia Maserati.
And that is your good, bad, and the ugly for today.
Oh, baby, a triple. Oh.
Bye, Georgia.
Bye, Georgia. We'll be seeing you later in the show. Trust me. If I have anything to do with it.
Just go
all right, real quick before the break, we got about 5 minutes. Let's do some of this.
And now it's time for those drunk sports boys to go around the NFL, breaking down the latest football news with a dash of daily drunk.
Dash!
All right, boys, big NFL weekend.
Colby keeps getting better looking every picture you put up there.
Oh, sorry. Was that on y'all's screen? I thought that was only on mine. That's good to know for some of these other pictures I have. Never mind.
Right. Now we have 4 minutes for Around the NFL because y'all are dicking around.
So real quick, let's get into first things first as we had the uncomfortable tie in the NFL. And I was watching this game because I was covering this game. And boys, there's nothing more confusing and infuriating in the NFL to me than a tie. And it was funny because the overtime period was kind of, I don't know, there was a little bit of drama, as the two teams were sort of driving back and forth, and you thought, okay, somebody's going to win this for sure.
Right.
Was it the Giants that came back and tied it just before the end of regulation? And after the whistle, after the game was over in overtime, they're like they always do. They'll show the coaches walking across the field and the players, sitting on the bench. Both teams looked like they just lost. There was despair on faces of coach. Like they were confused. Like what just happened here? Neither one of us won. I hate ties. That's one of the reasons I hate soccer. One of the plethora of reasons I hate soccer. Okay, is the tie.
I don't mind the tie, but I did enjoy when Donovan McNabb first figured out that there actually could have been a
How great was that? He didn't know.
When he was like, I didn't even know we could do that.
God, that Syracuse education working out for you.
That was hilarious. I also enjoy the fact of being able to say, even though the NFC East played each other and nobody lost.
Yeah.
Nobody lost in this division. Managed to get through an actual rivalry game and nobody lost.
But nobody won.
Oh, the Cowboys and the Eagles won.
Yeah, that's true.
And really that tie just kind of helps the Cowboys even more.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because we really needed Washington was 7-5, the Giants were 7-4.
Right.
The whole game, I'm like, okay, well, who's better for the Cowboys to lose? And I was thinking probably the Giants because they need the 5th loss, right? But then I don't want the Redskins, the Washington Commanders to have that 8th win. Well, a tie solves everything, I guess, in the standings for the NFC East, but it's still infuriating. I can't stand it. Should never happen in sports, a tie.
Well, you know what? I wasn't rooting for either one of them to win, and I got what I wanted.
You win, Colby.
I got what I wanted. Neither one of them lost, but neither one of them won either. So congratulations to at least me.
And then over in the AFC, you had the battle for AFC supremacy with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. Poor Brady Tinker. I don't know where he watched the game, but he must have been horribly distraught as the Bengals prevail. Kansas City has now lost to the Bengals 3 games in a row, which has never happened to Patrick Mahomes before.
3 times this year.
Yeah, in 1 year.
Yes. Y'all remember at the beginning of the season when everybody was saying that the Cincinnati Bengals was a a one-year wonder and all this other kind of noise, how they don't really have a good – no, man, look at that.
So
they are a pretty good team. They're about what they were last year.
So in talking about living up here and talking about the Chiefs game with some of the guys around, me and Kenny were talking, and Kenny was worried about the Chiefs, worried about the Bengals all week. And my whole deal was I didn't think that the Bengals' biggest problem was that their offensive line hadn't been able to stop anybody. Hadn't been able to protect Burrow all year long. He's one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league all year long, and they got him some protection. He did some big things. The silver lining for Chiefs fans is that they are now tied with Buffalo. They've lost the head-to-head, but Buffalo's schedule coming up is a whole lot tougher than the Chiefs' schedule coming up. So Chiefs fans, keep your head up. You got good things coming. You still got the best quarterback in the damn league and the best tight end. And there's a whole lot of great shit coming. So just hang on.
The Kansas City loss gave Buffalo the number 1 seed in the AFC, right? Is that what you just said?
Yes.
No, I think, yeah.
Yep. They have the same record. They have the same record, but the head-to-head puts Buffalo ahead.
Right.
Well, I'd like to mention this real quick. At the beginning of the season, it looked like that offensive line wasn't doing well. They did go out and get some players for that offensive line, but we all need to remember with an offensive line, it does take a little bit for that thing to gel and start working. And guess what? It's starting to look like it's working, guys.
It's like a bowl of Jell-O. You got to wait till it congeals.
That's right. Put the beans in the refrigerator. The flavors will marry.
Then we touched on the Garoppolo injury.
Mm-hmm.
Also for Washington, and it's
pertinent
to the division here, Cole Holcomb is done for the year for Washington, and that's a hit on their defense because he's pretty good.
Yeah, but they got Chase Young coming back.
Depends on what version of Chase Young
I'm not.
shows up.
He doesn't scare me at all anymore. He is not rookie Chase Young anymore.
No,
due to injuries or whatever.
I hope you're right. That dude's he's an animal. He's bad.
I mean, Montez Sweat's having a decent year, and those two together should have been for years and years. Should have been a detriment to the East, but meh. Not scared anymore. So, any other games stand out to you boys?
Nothing I can think of. Go Cowboys.
Of course, Philadelphia's rolling again. Just hated watching that. Was the Lions? I forgot who they played. I don't even remember.
Jaguars.
No, the Jaguars.
No. Yeah?
No.
Didn't they? Wait, was
Philly,
that last?
Who did Philly play?
No. The Philly played the Titans. He just said the Lions.
The Titans.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
that's what it was. I really thought the Titans were going to be able to pull that out.
I did too.
Yeah. Boy, I was wrong.
That's why I picked
we were all wrong, Colby.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Hurts might be a good quarterback.
Oh, no, he's Robert Griffin III, man.
Well, so he's a bad quarterback.
No. This is that first year of really getting it all together, right?
And then he's going to fall off.
That's what I think.
He's going to sprain his knee, and they're going to play him in the playoffs anyway, and it's going to ruin his career. All right, very good. Colby, take us to break.
So coming up next, we're going to have creepy facts for your drunk sports list. We got a little talk about Jacob deGrom, and also I'm going to get into the Liver King, and then we've got news and notes all coming up. That's
Sounds like
right
a horror
next.
movie.
Yep, that's right next on the Drunk Sports Podcast.
Substantial penalty for early withdrawal.
The Drunk Sports Podcast.
Kroger knows this year the holidays are doubly important, so make your celebrations doubly special with fresh, never frozen prime-grade beef and Simple Truth organic Brussels sprouts. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions. Wait, stop illegal. We've got even more special holiday food. It's like delicious king crab legs with private selection gourmet potatoes or cave-aged Murray's cheese and fresh-baked La Brea bread. Kroger, fresh for everyone. All right, legal. You're up. Double specialness, void where prohibited. Certain restrictions may apply. Shop at participating stores for more details.
You know a spot, but not just a spot, the spot. Actually, with the all-new Nissan Frontier, you know a bunch of them. But the key to these great spots? Being able to reach them in the first place. Your spot is out there. Find your Frontier in the all-new 2022 Nissan Frontier with standard 310 horsepower, advanced tech, and 281 pound-foot of torque.
Get Macy's lowest prices of the season with 20 to 65% off furniture and mattresses during our after Christmas sale. Relax on the new Rachel Ray Chelsea Queen bed, now $579. And get comfy with the whole fam on the Radley 5-piece sectional, $1,999. Plus, get a free adjustable base or box spring with a qualifying mattress purchase of $599 or more. Now at Macy's. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
So it's the holiday season and we're headed into the new year and we need to have some fun. I got you covered. Best Fiends is the perfect pick-me-up when you need a break from the holiday action or you want to just have some fun. With Best Fiends, you get unique gameplay. Best Fiends has it all. It's an amazing storyline, collectible fiends, and tons of puzzles. It's quite possibly the best puzzle game out there. No Wi-Fi, no problem. You play Best Fiends wherever and whenever you want with the offline mode. So if your holiday travels take you off the beaten path, you can still play Best Fiends. It's always challenging. The game is literally thousands of levels with more added all the time. So there's always a fresh challenge waiting for you when you need a mental pick-me-up. And I am all for games that you can play online and offline, because you can take them anywhere. You can download Best Fiends free today at the App Store or Google Play. That's Best Fiends. It's basically friends without the R. Best Fiends.
Attention business owners. Frontier Fiber for Business has 30 times faster upload speeds than cable.
Wow, that could make my day-to-day 30 times smoother.
Yep.
Give me 30 times fewer headaches due to slow, spotty internet.
Definitely.
And leave me 30 times freer to crush the competition.
Crush away, friend. Do what cable can't with 30 times faster upload speeds. Get our 300 meg fiber internet for just $49.99 per month. Now with over $800 in free benefits like a digital phone line and device security.
Visit fiberopticbusiness.com for complete offer details. Limited time offer. Services subject to availability and all applicable terms and conditions.
Shop Mattress Firm's year-end sale and put an end to junk sleep. Save up to $500 when you get a king bed for the price of a queen or queen for a twin. Plus, get a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase up to a $499 value. Or shop top-selling brands and get up to 50% off select mattresses, like Sealy twin mattresses starting at $224.99 or Serta twin mattresses at $349.99. And shop with confidence thanks to our low price guarantee. Only at Mattress Firm. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
The Big Finish sales event is on at Denton Dodge. Save over $5,000 off MSRP on a new 2021 Dodge Durango. And every vehicle is backed by our true transparency pricing. Relax and enjoy the difference. Visit us at 4984 South, I-35 East, and online at DentonDodge.com. Stock number MC 815-215. MSRP $56,482. Includes $1,000 bonus cash, $14.50 National Retail Consumer Cash, $750 Chrysler Cash, and $22.92 dealer discount. Tax, title, and license fees excluded. Unapproved credit expires 1/3/2022.
Nerds! Dreaming of a change of pace? Let NerdWallet help you compare your way from here to there. Compare investing accounts to expand your portfolio and your horizons. Then, use NerdWallet to compare mortgage rates for a home with peace and quiet built in. Compare your way there. Find the smartest financial products for you on NerdWallet. NerdWallet Compare Inc. NMLS 1617539. NerdWallet is not an investment advisor nor an investment broker. Information is for educational purposes only.
With bills to pay and debt piling up, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Personal loans through NetCredit can provide funding up to $10,000 to help you get back on track financially if eligible. Our secure application process allows you to customize the terms that work for you and your budget. So check your eligibility today without affecting your credit score and help get your finances back on track. NetCredit, a more personal loan. All NetCredit loans and lines of credit are offered by a member of the NetCredit family of companies or one of our lending partners. Visit netcredit.com/partners for more information.
Care has the power to bring kindness where it's needed. It brings out the best in every one of us. It doesn't just see people. It takes time to understand them. It puts the needs of others ahead of its own. And when you start with care, you end up with a very different kind of bank. Truist. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Cover Story, a new investigative podcast by New York Magazine that's got a lot of people on edge.
What is the number one rule? We would all go, don't your clients.
It's a gnarly personal look at the underground psychedelic therapy world and its boundary problems.
all my clients try to have sex with me during these sessions. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to try to have sex with you. And he's like, yeah, you will.
Cover Story, Season 1, Power Trip. Check it out on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen.
If you're watching football with your friends, you need two things, a TV and some Tostitos. End of list. No get-together is official until some Tostitos, the official chip and dip of the NFL, get served. Maybe you're hosting the game. Maybe you need something to snack on while listening to us. Doesn't matter the occasion. If I was a betting man, which I am, I would say the odds are that you have a bag of Tostitos and some salsa in your kitchen right this second. Plus, they've got a flavor for everyone. Hint of lime for folks who love a bit of zest. Habanero if you're kicking things up a notch. Hint of guacamole to make your guacamole taste even guacier. Fans can get in the game with a custom recipe for their favorite team at Tostitos.com/recipes. Tostitos, the official chip and dip of the NFL.
Welcome back to the Drunk Sports Podcast, live from the DSP Media Studios in North Dallas. I'm IndyCar Tim, alongside Colby, Sapp, and Lance Big Red Dorset.
Oh, yeah.
We're having some fun here tonight.
Damn right.
Appreciate Big Red popping on here on a Monday to spend some time with us, to get to know us again.
He's a ginger. He's a ginger.
He's a ginger. I don't know if he has a soul.
No, wait.
Ginger people do have souls, all right?
Maybe. We'll just leave it at that.
one.
Lance, I got a text message from an anonymous person during the break.
Uh-oh.
Not going to say who.
Loves me.
Thank you for saying Lance is actually a pain in the ass. He sucks to watch football games with because he's so negative during Cowboy games. He's the worst thing ever to happen to our sweet little Northwest Missouri town.
Oh, Kenny, fuck you.
Huh.
I didn't say it was from anybody. I just said it was anonymous.
Well, there's no anonymous for that text.
Kenny.
So yeah,
I'm gonna kill Kenny at 9:00 when I get off this show. I'm going to the bar to kill him.
Bastards.
Just share that with everybody. By the way, I had a new picture to share here for everybody.
Oh,
there you go.
Hey now, how you doing?
Just a recap here.
Georgia Hazarati.
Tim, you've had worse.
Maserati, I've had much worse than that.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
Oh no.
Yeah, make sure he's dead.
God almighty, that is the worst audio drop in the history of mankind.
But we all laugh at it.
I don't. I cringe. So, boys, I thought I would share a little bit of interesting, creepy facts with you guys.
I like creepy facts. Are they all about you?
Well, you already know all the creepy facts about me.
Oh, that's enough to make a list out of it. Let's go.
Creepy.
So we'll start with, I don't know how creepy this is. The human brain. Did you know the human brain continues to give off electrical signals for 2 to 4 minutes after death?
Yes.
Did you?
I did, actually.
Of course you did. Colby or Lance, do y'all know anybody with 6 fingers?
No, but wasn't there? Who was the pitcher? There was a pitcher that had 6 fingers on his pitching hand.
Raleigh Fingers.
No,
no,
that'd be a pretty good guess. But
well,
no,
there's a 3-finger Mordecai Brown. He only had 3 fingers.
He was.
I don't know about who.
He was a Dominican or something, and I'm not being.
Didn't he play for the Marlins?
Possibly, yeah. They had a lot of them. Why are my glasses crooked? Hang on.
I don't know.
It's your face. Your glasses are straight.
Yeah. You probably need to start.
So 6 fingers on one hand is actually a dominant trait, which is weird.
No, I mean, if your dad has 6 fingers, you're probably one of the kids is probably going to have 6 fingers,
right? Like that makes it. It's like blue eyes, right?
Yes.
Do all blue-eyed people have 6 fingers?
No.
Do all 6-fingered people have blue eyes?
No.
If you're blind, how do you know you're gay?
Through your 6th finger.
Do you have a fresh pair of panties on?
Wouldn't it be your 11th finger?
On one hand?
Well, that's a lot of fingers.
It's in one hand.
Look at me.
No, don't. Not right now. A human corpse decomposes 4 times faster in water than in the ground, and 8 times faster in open air than in the ground.
Well, I mean, if you watch Dahmer, it decomposes a whole lot faster in a vat of acid.
No.
Huh.
Also,
you
true.
watched that?
Dude, I have tried.
Remind me not to be friends with you.
I am 3.5 episodes through it, and
gross. How many is it? I thought it was just one show.
No, it's a series, and I had to stop it. I couldn't.
I'm out.
I can't.
Did you know that
every
the
time the dude
armpit
comes on the screen, it makes you uncomfortable. So
yeah, I'm out. The armpit is the center of important nerves in your arm. So if you're stabbed in your armpit, you most likely lose your arm.
Right.
Did you know that?
Also, the armpit cavity is the quickest way to stab somebody in the heart with as least amount of things in the way.
Well, yeah, you're bypassing the ribs, right?
If you got a knife about that long, you can't see it because I've got a.
Right.
It's.
Hang on. Screenshot that picture right there. Lance is a liar. I'm just gonna say that. Colby, you're into sword making and forging things, right?
I mean,
you watch that show?
I
Forged in Fire.
Tempted to do stuff like
Forged
that.
in Fire is
not
badass.
well.
So, how many human bodies do you think it would take to gather enough iron from the blood to forge a sword?
Holy shit! It's a minuscule amount of minerals in each, and oh my god,
it might be less than you think.
I'm gonna go with 7.
7 people?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's way more than you think. I was wrong.
All right, because I went with a lot less than I thought. Just because.
Okay, then what was your normal thinking?
I was gonna go with more like 20.
It takes approximately 359 humans to have enough iron to forge a sword from their blood. So I thought you were going to say like 5,000 after you said there's such a minuscule amount.
My number would have been big. It'd have been over 1,000 for sure.
I need more people to eat more minerals.
Should
I guess.
we test that theory?
Sure. Does anybody know Magneto to go ahead and bring him over to pull the iron out of our bodies?
Oh, that's what he does, huh?
We
Can
can
you get iron out of your blood too?
Yeah, he actually
There's a lot of farmland around here. We can start digging up corpses.
I think it was the second X-Men movie. Yeah, he did that to a guard to get out.
Mystique, I mean, you would die, right?
Mystique, yeah, because he pulled it out of his whole body. But
his anus.
Mystique fed him a bunch of iron. So, yeah, there you go.
When CNN first signed on the air in 1980, they recorded a band playing a hymn that the band was meant to play at the end of the world.
Oh.
It was hidden from the public for 35 years.
That the world ended?
Apparently. I'm still not sure.
Yeah. It's the whole time we've been in the Matrix and didn't know.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, we were in the Matrix.
In 1844, there was a case of hysteria in a French convent of nuns.
Oh, really?
Probably because they needed sex. One started meowing, and after a week, all of the nuns were meowing harmoniously in the afternoons. It didn't stop until neighbors called soldiers to come kill them all.
Now, see, if we'd planned this, we could all go.
That needs to be
meow.
That needs to be a movie.
Yeah. Also, man, I didn't think Van Halen was around back then.
1844. I don't know. They're pretty old.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Ding.
Do you guys know when the last use of a guillotine was in the world?
It needs to be used on that son of a bitch that took that little girl in Wise County. Let's bring it back for that.
Hey, this is a fun show. Speaking of fun, we have a fun fact that was just texted to me.
You know what? You know what? I'll come down. If they do that, I'll come down and we'll tailgate and do a live show from his beheading because I guarantee you people will show up for that.
I don't really know what happened. I don't really want to know. We have a fun fact that was just anonymously texted to me. It says, fun fact, it takes 12 lance penises to equal 1 foot.
Shut up, Kenny.
But so real quick, when was the last time the guillotine was used before we traveled down political lane?
1977, the same year Star Wars came out.
Also,
No shit.
Same year I was born.
In France. Of course, the ones that invented it, right?
Right.
Hey, here you go, Lance.
Yeah.
Did you know that serial killer Ted Bundy used to work for a suicide hotline?
I think I remember that from the show.
You know what? Can believe it.
I believe it.
Yeah.
He was a smart dude, right? He was like, didn't he represent himself in court and everything? And like, I just remember that from when it actually happened.
Facebook users need to allow themselves to have their name shown to StreamYard because we got a Facebook user that says, "Hola, Big Red," and I have no idea who I'm saying hello to.
Hello, user.
Hola, Facebook user with no face.
The invisible man.
Did you know that thousands of people die around the world every year due to bad handwriting?
Because of directions?
By their doctor?
Oh.
Always like, oh. What was that noise? I gotta mark that noise. That was great.
No, take a screenshot of his face right now because that's pretty priceless.
Man, I'm just imagining somebody getting some kind of medicine.
Maybe that's why I'm as fucked up as I am. All the drugs that I've had, nobody's
They're
been able
supposed
to
to have
read the
a
doctor's handwriting.
They're supposed to have like a abnormally high dose in order to keep them alive, and instead of getting like 70 milligrams, they get 10.
They get 7.
Or 700.
I took my medicine, I swear, God. Why are you up here?
It's gonna be me one day.
Well, you didn't take your medicine.
I didn't. Still not, because I'm out again. Did you guys know that chainsaws were originally invented
to kill people?
For childbirth?
What?
I'm pretty sure that's what we used for
That's
Lawrence
an
for C-section.
awful big tool to use for an episiotomy, sir.
Wow.
Too deep.
I was thinking it was the other kind of childbirth.
Man, can you imagine the actual scarring of everybody? Not only her, but everybody that has to go through that when dude strikes up the motor and is like going in after.
Man, imagine the spray. God, I hope you got some plastic on the walls.
I'm just hoping you weren't thinking about going back in there once it healed.
Huh.
Put an extra stitch in there for daddy.
Ribbed for his pleasure.
What? You know when you feel like you've gone too far with a joke?
No, I don't. What does that feel like?
I feel like that right about now.
What does that feel like? I wouldn't know. Feeding a human body to pigs will cause them to eat everything except the teeth.
Yes.
Yes. Deadwood.
Also, snatch.
What?
Oh,
You're just saying random words
We are
now,
not
aren't you?
talking about snatch right now.
No, that was the last article, the last story.
Is that?
Snatch the movie.
Oh,
no, I never saw. Was that the one about wine?
No, it's the one about the diamond. What do I know about diamonds?
I don't know what that is.
You've never seen Snatch?
Never heard of. I mean, I've seen a movie called Snatch, but it wasn't probably what you're describing.
Oh, now that's got it. That's fuck. That's the next thing you got to watch.
We're not talking about porn.
Is that not porn?
No, it's got like Brad Pitt and Jason Statham and Bullet Tooth Tony. And why do they call him a bullet dodger? Because he dodges bullets, Avi. Come on.
Oh, now we're going to talk British.
Snatch.
When your organs are taken out of your body for abdominal surgery, they don't get placed back in carefully or specifically. They just get crammed in where they fit, and the body sorts itself out.
It's a smart body right there.
Yeah, did not realize that. Did you even think about that?
How about just a couple more here? How about patients undergoing colonoscopies?
I've been through one of.
By the way, I've
3 of those.
Had several,
but
voluntarily. Are most commonly put under conscious sedation, meaning the anesthetic.
There you go.
Anesthetic. The numbing stuff.
People at the bar right now are screaming at the TV, telling you how to say anesthetic.
Septic tank. Doesn't actually numb pain or even send you unconscious. They just impair your ability to form memories. You are awake and aware of the pain. You just don't remember it.
I'm pretty sure I was out.
Huh. I was awake. I liked it.
I think I'm in the league, the leader in the clubhouse with 3 of those.
What was his name?
The last one was.
What's your name? What's your name?
The last one was a little older Oriental round woman. And I know that I said some inappropriate shit to her before she shoved that son bitch up my ass.
That was your third wife?
No.
Oh.
Tony!
His third wife's name was Tony.
Fuck you, Tony!
Do you guys know what Cotard Delusion is? By the way, I call that band name.
No, I do not know, and I'm scared to.
Cotard Delusion is a
oh god,
should be named something else. Is a rare psychiatric condition, severe cases of which cause the sufferer to wholeheartedly believe they are dead, putrefying, or simply do not exist. Some Cotard's patients refuse to eat as they do not believe they need to, with one notable patient dying of starvation. Another woman once asked to be taken to a morgue to be with the other dead people.
So they're like zombies.
I call that band name, by the way. That would be awesome.
And all you do is zombie rock.
Weren't we going to do that in a band?
At some point.
Zombie rock.
Mm-hmm.
When a person is electrocuted in the electric chair, they feel absolutely everything. They're fully aware of their bodies being fried as it happens in real time. One inmate who survived the first round of an electrocution attempt said it tasted like cold peanut butter.
Huh. If you
I could be left out.
Yeah, no, you have to. I was waiting for it.
You know what?
Perfect
I don't
timing
know what
on all
the guy
3 of them,
did.
too. I waited for the perfect moment to do it.
That survived his own electrocution. But I feel like once it's over with and you survived, you shouldn't have to go through it again.
Right? You should be set free.
Yeah.
You served your punishment.
Yeah,
you got
that was
electrocuted.
that was my punishment. You were supposed to kill me with that. It didn't. You failed. I win. I get to go home.
It's your fault. Let's go play Parcheesi.
That's right.
You guys are aware of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Right? Colby, you're aware of this, right?
Jeb Brown's.
You don't know what the Edmund Fitzgerald is?
Probably, but
Jeb's
not
favorite song.
Oh, it's one of my favorite songs too. Reiner and I used to bond over it every October on the anniversary. So Colby, the Edmund Fitzgerald is a very famous tanker ship that sunk in the Great Lakes back in the late 70s.
Okay.
And Gordon Lightfoot made it famous with a song called The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Uh-huh.
I guarantee you've heard it. I'll have to play it here in a minute.
Probably not, but
No, I'm going
probably
to. 'Cause
so.
it's freaking awesome.
I mean, you don't have to.
The bodies of the sailors who died on the Edmund Fitzgerald are still down there, almost perfectly preserved due to the water at that depth just being barely above freezing.
Sweet.
Divers who have explored the wreckage have seen their bodies frozen in place to parts of the ship and have come back reporting that they feel as if they were being followed and watched during their time underwater. Photos have been taken, but at the request of the crew's families, they've never been released to the public.
You know what? Maybe once we figure out how to bring people back, once we're bringing all the frozen people back, somebody can go try it on them.
I believe 27 people died on the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Well, you know what? 27 people back to life.
It's a great story. It's a great song. It's one of those crazy.
Mine had a happier ending.
Crazy Great Lake happenings, because those Great Lakes are almost more dangerous than the open ocean because of the weather surrounding them. You guys have heard the story of the Pied Piper, clearly, right? We've all heard that as kids.
Yes.
The children's story of the Pied Piper of Hamelin was possibly based on a real event. One of the earliest written records is that of a town's chronicle of an event from 1384 that states it has been 100 years since all of our children disappeared.
Yes.
No one actually knows who took the children, but there are records of the town's children all disappearing.
Following the guy with the whistle.
All right, 2 more. And then we'll get on to something that has some importance, if in fact there is anything.
Been waiting on a good one.
Important than what's going on right now.
There is a rare genetic disease called fatal familial insomnia. Call that band name too. where over the course of months, you cannot go to or be put to sleep no matter what you do. The symptoms get progressively worse until finally you stay awake, watching yourself go insane until you die from exhaustion.
I think I'm in the middle of that right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, Colby, this is going to be your favorite.
Okay.
Death by scaphism. Scaphism, the worst method of execution I've ever heard of, as the word comes from the Greek for hollowed out.
Oh, ow.
The victim is trapped between two boats, fed and covered with milk and honey, which attracts all kinds of insects and vermin that fester and devour you over the course of days.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that whoever got into that situation did something so awful that they deserved it.
I mean, they like cheating on your taxes, right?
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah.
I mean,
no, we can relive that for the dude from Wise County.
Wow, there you go again. I still don't know what that was, and I'm purposely not looking forward to finding out.
Well, I mean, people that are probably paying attention will probably comment on it. Basically, a FedEx contract driver grabbed a hold of a little girl and killed her.
And what was the purpose of the murder? Like,
nobody
knows. They caught him though?
Yeah, he confessed to it.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, because you were crazy enough to do it in the first place. You probably don't have all your senses at that point.
That's true. Some people just shouldn't be alive, Colby.
Right.
All right.
I can find wonderful ways to kill anybody.
Yeah, insane ways.
Mark that.
We're gonna need that lots of times, especially during our NFL picks. All right, Colby. Colby's got some interesting sports stuff to talk about as we will go this far.
Internets.
The Drunk Sports Podcast proudly presents Around the Sports, our show's version of a fill-in segment when we can't find anything else to talk about. We might talk NBA, NHL, or even Major League Baseball, but we'll never, ever talk soccer or women's professional basketball.
Nope.
Take it away, boys.
Never. All right, so real quick, we'll get this out of the way before we get into the fun stuff. As, of course, the Rangers locally here in Texas, you folks up there in Kansas City don't give a crap.
Right.
Jacob deGrom, Colby, is a Texas Ranger. 5 years, $185 million.
All right, so you realize how many games we're going to get out of him?
All of them.
Yeah. We're going to get probably 20, 30 starts out of him over 5 years.
No, insane. Do you watch baseball?
Yeah, I do.
There's 162 games.
I understand that.
In a season.
He's always hurt.
No, dude, he's been fine. That's the old Jacob deGrom. He was fine last year.
Now he's the bionic fucking man.
No, he's just a really good pitcher, the number one free agent out on the market. Pitching wise, he was the second total free agent on the market behind Judge. I think the Rangers scored here. I think they got a big score.
Yes.
It's a win for this franchise, for the new leadership group.
It is a win for the franchise because for the first time ever, instead of trading for somebody, you actually had a pitcher that's a known name that other teams kind of wanted that ended up coming here. And because of that, no matter what else is around it, because of that, that is a step up in a victory for the Texas Rangers. What else happens to this is great.
I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that. This is the first known free agent of any worth besides Seager that we got last year that I have been anywhere excited about. But I just hope that we get the money that we're putting into him as far as plays back. But yeah, for somebody of that kind of stature to come and want to go to Arlington, Texas to play baseball for the Rangers, that's great news.
It's awesome news. It's awesome news. You can't start out all the thoughts that we've ever wanted, anybody to show up. Finally, with the Texas Rangers, you get somebody to show up, sign the paper, and actually, as far as a pitcher, we've seen the hitters want to come to this ballpark. We've seen that before, but an actual number one pitcher, whether you think he's a number one or not, he's definitely a number one on this squad right now to show up and be like, yep, I'm ready to go. Let's go Rangers.
That's big because that never happens to Texas.
Huge.
No,
That's huge.
you're right. Yep. And I have been told by our show buddy Arnie Lidke in Phoenix.
F Arnie.
He's getting married in April, and I'm going to
Hope
the
it
wedding.
doesn't last.
And
Hope it lasts 3 weeks.
So his fiance is a big Mets fan.
Wait, I thought he was married. Didn't I meet his wife?
His girlfriend for a long time. They are now they are now engaged and getting married in April. And
wait, how long were they boyfriend girlfriend before all this happened?
That's a side note to the story. I'd like for it to be completed at some
long
point.
time, but
okay, that's a red flag. She needs to move on.
Arnie has told me that I need to show up to the wedding, when I get off the plane in a Rangers deGrom jersey, that he will pay me an exorbitant amount of money just to piss Anna off.
Sounds like a good idea.
Sounds like a winner. She needs to move on.
And we're wearing Dumb and Dumber suits for the wedding.
That sounds appropriate for him. All right, Colby, we got some big time news.
We do.
From Conor McGregor.
We'll start out with Mr. Conor McGregor. So last time we saw Conor McGregor, he got his leg kind of effed up in the middle of a UFC ring. And he hasn't been anywhere on social media or anything for a good little bit. And he's just made an appearance. And his appearance that he's made, he's gained about 30 pounds of muscle. Of sheer nothing but grade A muscle.
Can't find a picture of him.
He is huge. So I was trying to look.
What's he going to do? Fight light heavyweight now?
He actually might be big enough to jump into the heavyweight circle.
Jesus, Moses.
So what has happened with Conor McGregor is that there's a little bit of a loophole in the UFC rules that basically states that while you're recovering from a major injury, you are out of the drug testing pool. And the reason behind this is because maybe some things that the doctors are going to prescribe in order for things to happen right might not be in total alignment with the UFC rules. So they put that in there mainly for you to be able to recover. Well, it looks like, and he hasn't come out and said this, that it's happened, but it looks like Mr. Conor McGregor decided to see how far he could push this, because instead of just coming back a little bit stronger from maybe he got, like some TRT for his recovery or something along that lines, looks like he just went on a whole stack because homeboy came back jacked. So I want to see what happens with him now because, Conor McGregor's skill levels kind of diminished a little bit, and it does take ring time in order to be able to bring that back up.
How old is Conor McGregor now?
I don't know. I don't have that in front of me. He's not a spring chicken, that's for sure. But a lot of times what separates your big guys from your little guys is your big guys are just stronger, but they might not have the same skill base.
34.
So if you add what he has in skill base, and now if he's able to wield the power that he has with his newfound muscular physique, this might actually be something worth, at least as Jeff Kavanaugh would say, keeping a wonk eye on. So I do believe that he did take advantage of not being tested, and he decided this is just going to do it. And if he succeeds at this, watch out if you see any other major injuries happen to, talented or just famous people that have built up in UFC, and they want to make a comeback through this, because stepping away, getting as jacked and ripped as possible, and then coming back and being like, by the way, now I'm clean. But man, that'll give you a good boost for a little bit. Now his system will catch up the longer he stays having to, pee in a cup. His system will catch up, and he'll have to do, his post-cycle therapy and such like that, and that will slow some of that down and start to turn some of that extra body weight south unless he keeps his cardio up. But he could probably fit in a couple of matches before that actually takes place, and I'm interested to see what happens when the Hulk form of Conor McGregor shows up in a UFC fight.
And if he's near as good as he was when he came into the UFC, he will get a title fight within a couple of fights.
Wasn't that extra bulk and extra weight? That's going to slow him down, though. He's not going to be nearly the fighter he was,
But
right?
he hasn't fought in what, Colby, 2 years?
Right. Well, here's the other.
His cardio cycle. I mean, he's been working on that cardio this entire time. I'm sure. I mean, if he's got any kind of trainers around him, the trainers are pushing him on his cardio so that he can go. They're already training for a 5-round fight. They're not training for 3-round fights. They know that they're going to go to where they want to go. They're training for 25 minutes of fighting, and they're already on that cardio cycle.
The other thing that you got to remember, Tim, is that he hasn't put on any body fat with this. This is straight muscle. So it's not like
me.
Yeah, it's not like it's going to make him, terribly slower. It is going to make him slower, but it's not going to be the same as just I'm carrying extra weight with the same amount of muscle that's trying to move it around. So
hey, Tim,
it's not going to be as egregious as what you would think on a normal put on that much weight.
Tim, I'm fixing to send you a picture, and you can put that up. Jubin, just a buddy here in town, just sent me this picture, and it's a side by side of him before and after.
Well, send it to one of my emails. Don't text it to me.
Okay.
So while they're finding that, I do have something else that I want to get into that's kind of been a little bit burning me up, and it's the Liver King. Those that don't know the Liver King, go ahead and look him up on Instagram or what have you. He's one of your fitness influencers that's out there. That his basis on his teachings was, by the way, this is the body that he said you could get in order by following his, I think they were 9 ancestral tenets. And if you followed them,
and you're saying ancestral, not ancestral.
Correct. You're the only one that thought that I said and.
I was just clarifying for the other ones out there.
Right. Again, you were the only one. So
you're the only idiot.
So yeah, he's carrying right here, as you can see, nearly every twitch and fiber. This is probably somewhere around 5% body fat.
Jeez.
This is, that's nothing, right? But he's just yoked. He's also mid-40s, or upper mid-40s as far as his age. And what he did was, the way he did things was he was telling you these 9 ancestral tenets, which were actually good tenets. They were like, get enough sleep, eat organ meat, which, by the way, is usually high in nutrients and low in fat and high in proteins. So it was good stuff that he was saying. Be active, push yourself. I think the only thing that he did that I really said that was stupid was like he told you had to go sun your butthole.
Oh no, that's actually awesome.
It's like your butthole needs vitamin D, apparently.
Right. So he would tell you to go out.
Here's where I heard that.
Face the sun, and you like take your pants off and like actually focus the sun towards Uranus, and that made
That's
you
not
feel
the
better
planet.
and feel better. And he got a lot of following out of this teachings. But the one thing that kind of got under people's skin is every time he was asked if he had any kind of toolbox, if he was on any gear, he would categorically deny that he took anything, and almost to the point of laughing at the person, thinking that I'm all natural. Until Derek from moreplatesmoredates.com ran across some emails that found his stack order that he was putting in for which was like growth hormone and Winstrol and some other stuff, ended up being about $12,000 worth of juice. That was about a month's supply for this guy.
Holy shit.
And so if you haven't seen his "I'm sorry, I've been caught" video, he actually starts trying to turn it towards, but he's doing it for the children, the boys that they don't look right or they don't feel like they do. They get depressed and they commit suicide. And he was trying to give them an alternate way. Which is kind of, I mean, it's not, you can't call total bullshit on it because he was telling it from a personal story. But if he would have admitted right off the top, now look, I do juice, right? But you can get close to where I'm at by doing what I'm doing. That would have been fine. He wouldn't have been as popular as he was, but that would have been fine.
Is the stuff that he's doing illegal?
I mean, no, not
just
really.
Frowned upon, maybe.
As far as like the actual
runs and walks 10 to 12 miles on a rest day.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's all stuff. Here's the thing. A lot of that stuff, I'm not doubting that he does that. The ability to recover and keep doing the activities that he's doing, to be able to stack what he's doing on and keep his body fat at a low percentage and still be building muscle and burning through everything that he's burning through. It does take a little extra help once you get to a certain age. It does. And if you're ever going to get like what he looks like, you're going to be on some things because you're talking about a 1% to 0.1% of people out there that genetically allows them to do what he's doing and then look how he's looking. There are some people out there that would astound you that you're like, I can't believe they're not on anything. And then there's people out there that you're like, man, they don't look like they are on anything. But that's how in order for them to get to that level, people are different from side to side. I hate the fact that some of his teachings that he has is now getting slapped down because of what he did. Because it was all good stuff.
Right.
Get enough sleep, eat right, be active. You're going to look better as a human being and feel better about yourself if you follow a lot of what he said. You don't have to buy his nutrition bar or his whatever, but the things he was promoting was actually good. What was bad is that he was putting the level of what you think you should reach by doing those out there. And you know what? At some point, I'll show everybody. I work hard at what I've got and what I've been able to do. But man, you get on a bulk cycle, some of your abs are going away. You got to do that to actually gain muscle. You get on a cut cycle and you're going to lose some of your muscle. That's just how it works. And you fight through it all. And unless you want to go to Facebook and just buy every SARM, peptide, and whatever else out there, you can get there. But what people don't tell everybody is that once you get there with this shit, they haven't perfected it where you don't end up paying a ticket down the road for what you did. Whether it's going to affect your heart or whether it's going to affect your liver or whether it's going to affect how you're feeling, your hormone levels, everything can be affected by these things. And people are just like unaware and again, able to buy this shit. And here's one more guy telling you how not to have to use that shit and come to find out he's on it. And that sucks. It also sucks for all the people that actually thought he was a natural dude.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as soon as I saw him, I was like, those shoulders are fucking too big. You're on something for your shoulders to look like goddamn Death Stars on your shoulders. Okay. No man can reach there. There's not a shoulder exercise out there in weight that you can reach there in a few years naturally. That's just fuck you.
Here's our Conor McGregor picture that Lance sent to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
The legs. Look at the quads on. I
Yeah.
mean, they were already huge, but look at them now. They're the same size as both his arms put together.
So Why is he doing this? Just to fight in a different class?
He's had a lot of time and got a lot of yoked, man.
Dude,
he's on some shit, right?
Yeah, he's on
absolutely. And the thing that he can do is, while he's the size he is, he can fight at the upper weight class, get a title, and as his body degenerates, because it will, because he can't stay on the stuff that he's on. He can drop in weight, drop in the weight classes, and fight for titles. He can have damn near every freaking title in the UFC.
If his body can hold up. That's the one thing. Yeah, I mean, he may have recovered, but there's not many fighters that have come back from a snap leg, and he had one. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah,
at least that leg doesn't look like Tiger Woods' leg. So
it's true. It's true. Actually, I didn't see Tiger Woods.
Oh, it's nasty. You don't want to see it.
Yeah,
He'll never wear shorts on the golf course again.
Gross.
All right, Colby, you ready?
Sure am. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Lance. Thank you for making us sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
And by God, I found it. Let's go to TikTok. Let's also go to the Grand Canyon. Katie Sigmund, who had 6.9 TikTok followers, has been charged with 3 misdemeanors for the
How did she have only 6.9?
She had 6.9 TikTok followers?
Million followers. 6.9 million followers on the old TikTok.
I mean, only 6.9.
That's my TikTok.
That's how many I have.
So,
by the way, you guys out there listening, go check out the DSP Media Podcast Network TikTok page. It's really awesome.
Damn right. So she's been hit with a $285 fine for hitting a golf ball into the Grand Canyon. Did you know that there was a fine to hit a golf ball into the Grand Canyon?
No, yes, because that was bad for the animals.
That was the first thing I was going to do when I went there.
It's bad for the animals.
Bad for the animals. I mean, I'm sure if enough people caught on to that trend that eventually in years and years and years and years after that, we won't have a Grand Canyon anymore because it's just full of golf balls.
That's a lot of golf balls.
But man, just go smack a golf ball. No,
Let's try it. Let's try it.
That's it. I mean, that would be pretty neat.
How about a show trip to the Grand Canyon and see who can hit one
live on the air
to the other side live on the air?
Oh, I'd hit it. I'd nail it.
I got some yard.
I got your old G5 driver, man. I can nail it.
So.
Christ. I didn't know that something still existed.
Don't hit golf balls into the Grand Canyon. They'll find.
If you do, don't get caught.
Yeah, don't put it on the TikTok so they know what you're doing. Don't put it on the TikTok with 6.9 million followers.
Is that how they found out?
Yes. They came and got her.
Huh.
Let's go from there to Florida because Florida is America's wang. And a resident in Davenport isn't happy with the black bear because that bear decided he's going to spend a whole lot of nights in the dude's backyard.
Wait, there's bears in Florida?
I guess so. They got everything else. Might as well have black bears, right?
What if the bear copulated with an alligator?
Well, then you'd have a barrigator and you'd be really scared.
That's exactly what that is.
The reason why the bear's staying in this dude's backyard is because he's got avocados back there, and the bear really likes avocados.
Wow.
So the bear's just sitting back there eating avocados.
So it's a Mexican bear.
Yeah, well, no.
Guacamole.
No, I said black bear, so.
Oh. This is not a racist show.
Why's it got to be a black bear?
Because it's in the story that it's a black bear.
I'm not bringing this up on Bottom Line Sports Talk tomorrow night. That's for damn sure.
Sorry, boys.
So come to find out that bears love avocados. I didn't know that.
That's good fats.
Yeah, it's good fats for you.
What, is Florida known for avocados? Like, this is new to me.
I mean,
avocados from Florida.
Yeah.
Which ties into, has anybody seen the trailer for Cocaine Bear?
I have.
No, but I'm interested.
No, it's kind of like what, alligator tidal wave or something that's
Sharknado?
Kind of.
Sharknado. There's like an alligator tidal wave or something that's out. And
right.
We got Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear.
But Cocaine Bear is based on a true story.
Yeah. Based on a true story.
Sharknado's not?
No, Tim.
It's also starring Ray Liotta. So
stay hard, Ray.
It's got to be good. Kevin Hagelin talked about this on the KNC Masterpiece. So I went and looked up the trailer, and let me tell you, I'm in.
Oh no, I'll watch it. Was it on like Netflix or something, or is it a cinematic release?
I don't know exactly where it's coming out at, but I know I'm going to watch it. So the premise behind the Cocaine Bear is that like a helicopter full of drugs like loses its cocaine into the forest, and the bear like eats a whole brick of cocaine and then goes nuts wanting more cocaine and starts killing people.
Do you know who directed this?
Somebody good.
Elizabeth Banks.
Don't know her.
Really? She's a really famous actress. Dude, no, I'm in.
Go watch the trailer. You'll be totally in.
Crap. Cocaine Bear?
You know what? Maybe that's a show. Maybe we sit and watch the Cocaine Bear and comment.
A review of it?
Yeah. No, while we're watching it. Like what was that show that used to be on?
Mystery Science
Theater. Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
I don't want to be a silhouette.
Well, I'll be a silhouette.
Just our bald heads with headphones on, bopping back and forth while we're talking.
Like the robot dude.
What's your name?
I'm watching this.
So let's go to Miami where, man, plot twist, people are actually enjoying this happening. So
I bet I can get people at the dugout to watch Cocaine Bear with me while I'm reviewing it on the show with y'all. That'd be great.
While you're drunk.
Yes.
Fuck you, Tony.
You're dead.
So in Miami, there's an ATM at, it has a twist on this ATM. See, when you go use this ATM, it posts a picture of you on its leaderboard with your bank balance.
What? No.
So right now,
that's
Diplo,
my bank balance.
Diplo, who is a producer, he's a music producer and a DJ. He posted on Twitter a video of him taking the number one spot at the ATM with $3 million on Friday.
Oh.
So people are literally trying for the number one spot, but that's really cool, except for when other people walk up to it, go through the leaderboard, and it's like, dude, if we hit Amanda now, she can pull about $1 million out of this ATM. No, fuck it. Wait for her to show up.
Wow. Yeah. Hope they have good security.
I'm sure they do. I mean, most of these people are like the people that like rent Lamborghinis and wear Rolexes and shit like that.
Wait, why are they just renting Lamborghinis?
Because, they wanted a different color one besides the one they already own.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So there's that. But I can't imagine. Part of me wants to go to the bottom of the leaderboard and just see how many people are like me. And it's like, oh, that dude has $100. Look at him. Way to go, dude. Way to be. So let's go. We're staying in Florida because Florida is America's wing. So we're going to Clearwater, and dear sweet Jesus, 36-year-old Chad Mason.
Oh, stay hard, Chad.
Well, that's probably the worst thing you could have told him to do. They arrested him on Sunday on several charges, including, sexual activity with an animal.
No.
Exposing his organs.
I've been there.
Criminal mischief to a place of worship. And officers respond to an apartment complex, and he was running around naked. So here's what happened. Here's Mason's day. There was a birthday party happening in an apartment complex near a church. And there was a bunch of teenagers at this birthday party, and 36-year-old Mason decided, man, fuck you, dog. And he did. And people got mad at him, so he ran off after doing stuff to a dog. And he ran into a church with his pants down, flashed a bunch of people in there, and then started trying to polish his own bishop, which, man, drugs are good.
I know what my night's going to turn into.
And he ran out of there, ran into an apartment complex. Oh, by the way, he knocked down a nativity scene and broke a bunch of potted plants and tossed around children's toys in the playground area.
He killed Jesus?
No, I mean, he might have. It was a nativity scene. Needless to say, when the police caught up to him, he wasn't making a whole lot of sense because he's Florida man, and he tried to have sex with a golden doodle.
I had sex with a golden doodle once.
No, you didn't.
Her name was Amanda.
Okay. Also, Florida man was surprised he was arrested. The reason why he was surprised he was arrested, not the same guy. This was in St. Petersburg. So it's about 1:48 in the morning, which, that's not great.
Stop.
So 27-year-old Alicia Laney decided that
Is it Alicia or Alicia?
Alicia
Okay.
Decided that when he saw, wait, hold on. It's a she.
Abort.
Abort. When the officer saw the lady, Alicia, walk around back to the behind the horse, didn't think anything bad was going to happen until, she slapped the horse on the butt. So,
I had a wife that liked that.
Needless to say, that surprised the horse and nearly threw the police officer off the horse. But what was really surprising for Alicia was that she was soon arrested. And she just couldn't believe that she was going to be arrested for slapping a police horse. But
because it's a horse.
It's also a police officer.
The name of the animal literally starts with the word whore. I'm just saying.
Next.
Hey, what's going on, Voltron and Chewy? How you guys doing?
What was that?
Stanley.
There you go. Thank you.
There it is.
So, out of all those stories, I still think the worst one to be a part of would be either watching the dude trying to attack the golden doodle or actually depositing bank into that ATM. Right? Where it shows your balance. Yeah.
Nobody wants to see my $5.75 balance in my ATM.
Right.
$5.75. I don't know how I buy beer.
where you check
on
your,
credit.
You check your damn bank balance before buying a candy bar. Like,
yeah, honey, I promise I'll pay my tab when I come up there later.
Yeah, I think it'll fit. And that's news and notes, everybody.
Wow. Might have been the greatest news and notes ever. Or the shortest.
It's like 4, 5, 6 stories long.
I know, and it's perfect. It was all perfect.
Can I quit looking at Chewie and a Transformer and Stan Lee?
That's Voltron, sir.
Voltron, sir. What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry.
Big Lance Red. There's that better.
Yeah. Now I see your half face. It's going to be a long night, boys.
It's over now.
The night has just begun.
Big Red, you want to take us out?
So homework, by the way.
I will do
what's homework? I got to watch Sketch.
You got to watch Snatch.
Snatch,
and you get to spin the wheel.
I was going to watch some Snatch later, but probably not the one you want me to watch.
That's not a movie.
It is. It's a bunch of movies. It's an entire genre of movies.
I mean, if you're going to do it online, I mean, I figured you might do it in person.
Oh, I broke up with her.
Jesus Christ.
Again?
Yeah.
Just one breakup after another. It's like a bad
literally during news and notes.
It's a bad fucking teenage soap opera. It just Tim is one breakup after another.
Well, because I deserve. Never mind. I don't want to go there. She might be listening.
You deserve what?
I deserve nothing. I'm a horrible person. I don't deserve anything, Colby.
That's my boy.
I'm a horrible person. I'm in a weird place in my life right now. Okay, look, I thought I was blind, then I thought I was gay, then I was both, but I couldn't figure out why or how.
Because you had a six finger.
Because I have 6 fingers. I'm in a weird place right now. The girl I want wants me, but she won't admit it, and plays with my heart and toys with me, and we still go round and round and round and round.
You broke up with that girl via text right now in the middle of the show?
Just did, yes.
Are you fucking kidding me? Via text?
Nope. Would you like to see it?
No, I don't want to see it. You dick. Kind of. I kind of want to see it.
Burning clock time.
Broke up with the girl live on the air. And I got the whole, well, it didn't stop you from getting into bed.
Oh.
Well, you didn't have to show her name on the damn screen. Either.
Oh, shit. Yeah, wait. There.
Hi, Internet. How you doing? Yeah, hey. Oh,
Dad, I hope things get better for you. Well, that's not what happened. I'm sorry.
Yeah, y'all thought I was lying.
Hey, Colby, if he shows that long enough, we could do the voices and like reenact it.
We'll do a reenactment later.
What's your name?
Oh my God! For the love of all, this.
Oh my!
Fuck you, Tony. What's your name? What? What is your name? Tony. Fuck you, Tony. What's your name? Ezekiel. Fuck you, Ezekiel. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hey, you know what I did last night? You better not bring my mother into this. You know what I did?
I'm not talking about my mom, Tim.
I put that fly over there. Oh. But I found your mother next to it. Fuck you, Ezekiel. Fuck you.
I built that fire over there. Oh,
funny every time I hear it.
All right, Big Red, you want to take us out?
I will.
While we watch some of this.
Oh, well, hey, thank you. And thank y'all for doing what you do for us on TikFace and everything that you do, all your subscriptions, all your likes, all your comments, everything. We wouldn't be us without you. And hey, I got to throw a special shout out to my boys, Tim and Colby and John and the rest of the guys of the bunch, keeping this thing alive while I'm gone. And I love y'all. Thank you. We love y'all. We love you. Keep doing what you're doing. Without you, we are not us. Thank you for everything. Good night.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Drunk Sports Podcast. Join us next time for a lot more alcohol and more drunk sports talk. Until next time, here's to you.
This is the funnest night ever.
Kenny,
we're all drunk.
Save my seat. I'm coming.
God damn it, Griggs.
Shut up, Tim. We're not talking about my mother.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I don't know what that is.
What's your name? What? What is your name? Tony. Fuck you, Tony. What's your name? Ezekiel. Fuck you, Ezekiel. Fuck you. Fuck you. Hey, you know what I did last night? You better not bring my mother into this. You know what I did? You better not. I put that fly over there. Oh. But I found your mother next to it. Fuck you, Ezekiel. Fuck you. Fuck you.
It's over. Good night.
Bye.
Good night, kids.